Sessions live on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms. We're the #1 destination to learn about snowmobiling, network with other sledders, and have an awesome time doing it. We'll meet other snowmobilers that share your passion and show your fan photos along the way. Snowmobile Sessions live. Enjoy the ride.
It's a journey for life, and I'm your ride. Hang on.
This episode of Snowmobile Sessions Live is brought to you by Energy Power Sports. They're Oakville's full-line BRP dealer with sales and service to all BRP models and so much more. Check out energypowersports.ca and mark this in your calendar. February 19th, Friday, and Saturday, November 19th, Friday, November 19th, and Saturday, November 20th. They're having their open house, and it's going to be awesome. They've got some good deal on clothing. We got lots of things happening those days, so stay tuned. Follow them on Instagram and YouTube, and watch for more updates on the events as we get closer to that date. It's also brought to you by the Super Fans. Oh, yeah. Last week, Bruce Stewart hit us with a 5-pounder. He said, "Here's for the work, Gary. Thank you as always." And then we had the Super Fans find that little dollar sign at the bottom of the chat window right now. But we also had a couple that actually went in the comments, the description of the description of the video. And they found that donate, buy us around. And they hit us with Boondocker Dominic Cataldo and Jesse Buckman. He hit me up with a Mountain Madman. So thank you very much, guys. That's awesome. And we can't forget our fan photo sponsor, Fast Track Snowmobile Traction. Modern tracks have come a long way from tiny lugs of years gone past, but there's one thing they'll never be able to do is penetrate ice. And that's where the Fast Track Snowmobile Traction products come in to help you out. And there's an exclusive offer for Snowmobile Sessions fans only. And it's free install tools to purchase your stud kit. So you just put the tool kit, your studs, your backers, your nuts in the cart. And then all of a sudden you put in the coupon code SNOW, SNOW, and that toolkit is absolutely free. So check it out at fasttrack.co. There's no K in track, so it's FASTTRAC.co. Thank you so much, Fast Track. There we go. Rich, how you doing, buddy?
Good, pal. How are you? How was your weekend?
Oh, it was great.
Very good.
It was kind of chaotic though, with everything going on, and so we got through it. But nice. I met up with Neil and Corey last week. Neil Owen, our fan out there, and got to finally put a face to his name, and
nice.
we had a really good time. So
right on, good. Yeah, that's good. Can't believe it's already mid-November, man. You know what? I don't have any beer tonight. I ran out of beer. Well, I drank it all in the weekend.
I'll get you more.
I didn't.
I think that Neil's got a couple of Barmy Blondes in the house now. He took some home. So
right on. Yeah, we got a good show tonight.
That's cool. We do. I'm going to bring him in one at a time, but you guys all remember Nunzio. And hey, Nunzio, welcome aboard, buddy.
Hey, boys. How's it going?
Our first ever guest.
That's right. You were our first ever guest.
Yeah.
So he's bringing it back. Can you turn your phone sideways, Nuns? Are you on a phone or an iPad?
iPad.
There you go. Look at that. Full send now. So for the people that didn't catch last year's live stream, our very first one, shame on you all. But for the people that didn't catch it, give us a little rundown of who you are and what you do.
Well, my name is Nuns. I am one of several Polaris Ambassadors in Ontario, president of Snowcrest Riders out of Gravenhurst, Go Snowmobiling Ontario promoter as well. Just been sledding almost my whole life and love it. Still never gets tiring. So
where do you ride, Nuns? What area do you typically ride? Let the fans know that. Yeah,
I live in Gravenhurst, so we ride Muskoka quite a bit, but you do a couple trips a year up north. Done Quebec many times, and we'll see where it takes us this year. We've got some ideas in our heads where we want to go. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Been to Heydays in Minnesota, Novi, Michigan sled show a couple of years ago. So
nice. Okay, we're gonna bring in the next ambassador here. We got Scott Kendall in the house. Welcome aboard, Scott.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good,
Great.
good. Tell us a bit about who you are, where you ride, and what you ride.
Like Nuns, I'm one of a few of us here in Ontario that do the Polaris Ambassador thing. Part of the Kemptville Snowmobile Club. We're just south of Ottawa. So my local trails are in the South Ottawa area. And like Nuns, I've pretty much done all of Northern Ontario. I've been all the way over to the Sioux. I've done most of Quebec. Did Vermont a couple years ago. That was neat. I just enjoy the sport. Active member in the club, building trails, and trying to get rid of landowners' complaints and problems. It seems to be a big issue the last few years. So, yeah,
So
just enjoy the sport.
You're a miracle worker then. You're a miracle worker.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that.
I love your garage. Is that your garage or your man cave there?
It's my garage.
Is that where Nunzio gets inspired from? Is it?
I don't know. Maybe I think
he's garage too. Yeah.
There.
Hey, listen,
Holy, yeah.
we got some house cleaning to do. We got a super sticker from Jason Seymour.
Right on, man. Thanks,
And
Jason.
he puts him into mountain madman status. Yeah, mountain madman. Thank you so much, Jason. That's awesome. Yeah, so we're gonna bring in Jason Sears. Welcome aboard, buddy.
Hey guys.
Tell us a bit about who you are, what you ride, where you ride, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm just from just outside North Bay, Ontario. Ride mostly North Bay and further north. I ride an Assault, again, one of the ambassadors in Ontario. I'm enjoying a lot more family riding these days. My two girls are kind of getting into it, so that's been a lot of fun. Not so many bigger trips or longer days these days, but having a lot of fun with it.
Nice. Yep, get them started early and then you'll stay in it.
That's right.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Let's bring in
Just get your wall
Brad.
ready.
Brad, the last one.
Yeah.
Tell okay, who you are, what you do, where you ride, who you know, how
Sounds
awesome
good.
Nuns is. I don't care what you say.
Brad Zdrillik, just North Parry Sound, Ontario. Also one of the ambassadors. I think year 4. My wife and I'm the president. She's the vice president of the Carling Trailblazers. So I think this is year 6 for that. Her father was one of the founding members back in the 80s. Been on an Assault since 17. I got one on order. Ride obviously local here when we're not out grooming and doing the stuff. Been getting into the backcountry with the brother-in-law, doing quite a bit of riding out in Quebec. And also been to Wawa a few times and enjoying that.
Nice.
And,
So did you order a crossover or have you got a separate sled for that?
No, so I do. I've been ordering the crossover, the Assaults. They've been pretty stellar. Gives you kind of the on-trail ability too. And if we get anything too crazy, then we do have a 155 RMK in the fleet as well. So
Sweet.
yeah, it works out pretty
Sweet.
good.
Let's see who's in the chat. He says Denon Oosterman says Nuns now in widescreen, and Odie says Nunzy. Muskoka Brappers too. Dan Nunzio with 4 exclamation marks. Where's all your fans? Other guys here, you know. Skidoo 600R says, hey guys, we had Mark Bow. He said, oh Polaris, he's out of here or something like that. I don't even want to. That's a lot of Polaris. Oh, we'll boot. You better watch it. Rich is going to actually banhammer all you guys cutting these guys up. They're saving our bacon here tonight, chat. Like Rich and I were putting in a bad spot Friday at 5:30 p.m. and these boys stepped up to the plate in a big way. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah,
hugely from the Polaris camp. That's for sure. Nice shirt, Nuns. Let's see that shirt. What do you got on there?
Old school.
Look at that.
Nice. Nice.
My buddy had a TX 340, and before my graphics days, I was always pretty creative. So I hand painted all the stripes on it back in the day.
Oh,
nice. There was a guy I saw today. on YouTube. I don't know if you guys seen it, but he has a brand new 97 XLT SKS with 0.11 mile on it, and it was the original mile that they put on at the factory when they started it up. I don't know if you guys seen it. The video just came out a couple hours ago. I came across it. It still has the shrink wrap on the windscreen, and everything's in the back seat. The thing's in mint, man. Brand new, 97.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brad Hitchcock, he says, Bobby Bell says, hey guys, all of Garden Gnome's back. And sometime is now. Greg's in there. Kevin Malkin, Jason Seamer. Thank you for that super chat. Jesse Buckman, of course, he's in there. What do we got there? Flatland Free Riders. You know, Snowstorm's back. These are all Tom Miller. Good names. Ron Castellu. He's hooked, Rich. There's a new guy this year, and he's hooked. He's in every week. Love it. Renegade X, another one too. You know, Corey Brock, of course. Corey's in there. He's saying hi to Rich. And Denon, he pops in every once in a while. Good cat there. Anthony Palermo from Windsor, Ontario. He says, yo, back in the chat. Troy Parks, of course. He's from Alberta. We got people all over the place, man. So, yeah. Good. Bruce Stewart. I think Bruce Stewart's a Tug Hill person, just like Greg. Yeah, it's good stuff, you know. Oh, John Enright says he can't believe he's watching all the Polaris people. He chatted. He actually texted me that.
Hey, John.
Get used to it, buddy. Yeah. The good thing, Nunzio, is he doesn't know how to load up the live chat, so we're not going to tell him. We'll keep him out. We'll keep him out of it because that's our heckler. You know, it's best to keep the hecklers at bay here.
Yeah. So, what did you guys? Did you guys all snow check? Did you guys all snow check this year? Obviously.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah. So I know everyone. Scott, what do you have coming?
Well, it's actually my wife's turn to get a new sled. So I snow checked a VR1 137 last year.
Nice.
And she's getting a VR1 650 137 this year.
That'll be a nice sled. That 650 is a beautiful sled.
Yep. It is.
How do I get my boy Rich into the ambassador program? Who do you pay? He's on here every week. He's on. Yeah, he's in here every week. You know, being the evangelist of the Polaris brand, and very little.
Got to put up with a lot of do guys in here.
I know. Every week, you know, including me. He has to put up with me every week. Yeah. So anything you can do, you got my nomination, Rich.
Thanks, buddy.
I thought
where do you ride then? Obviously, Polaris. What kind of sled you got?
Who, me?
Rich.
Well, I had 2 assaults. So I had a 2020, 2021, and then now I've got an XCR on coming in. So, well, I hope. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because I know they'll start doing the letters for all those too, I imagine. So it's only a matter of time, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. I got a Skidoo you can ride here, Rich.
Yeah. It was funny because I was talking to Kev when I sold my Assault in the middle of July, and something in the back of my mind was like, you know what, maybe I should hold on to this until and I said, no, the COVID pricing got me. It was too tempting, so I sold it to a young guy there. He's a happy new owner of it, but we'll see. Hopefully everything comes in December, right? So fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, a friend of mine just put his Crossfire F7 for sale for $4,800. I think he said. And I said, buddy, what are you doing? That thing's worth like $8,000 right now. You know, like. He goes, it's a 2006. I said, no, everybody's scooping them up. You know.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
So, it's wild, man. So, So, Gary, Jason, go ahead.
Gary, I have to admit, I thought I had you when I let you ride my Matrix last year. It's like hey, you know what? Like it's, I really enjoyed that sled, man. The seating position was spot on, and but you know what? Maybe down the road we'll see. So I've got good friends
that enter this year, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I want to ride them all. I'm really interested in riding Odie's 650. I think that's one I really want to get behind the bars on. I actually spring ordered a Skidoo 850 Renegade. I mean, I don't know. Do I need it? I'm not sure. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I'm not I said last year too that I've got really good friends at Energy Power Sports, and they've always been great with the show and supporting us and what we do here, and you know, so it's good to give it back to them, and we'll see what happens down the road, and away we go. But I've been a do guy since my 1972 moto ski Capri, and then we went to a Mirage 3 moto ski, and I only ever owned one Polaris, and it was for about a week, and I traded it for a snowmobile trailer, a flat deck snowmobile trailer, and I ended up selling it for more than what I would have got for that trailer. So, but it was nice. It was an Indy Classic. Is it 500 maybe?
500 twin. Yeah.
Yeah, 500 twin. But I remember opening up the hood, and it was like, oh man, everything seems backwards in this thing, right? But it ran really good. I needed to get a couple little odds and sods, and I put it up on I jacked the back up just to look at the skid and grease it and everything. And the guy had tunnel protectors underneath the tunnel, and they were actually hockey sticks. They were like co-hose.
That's old school, man. That's what everyone used to do back old school. That's old school.
So, so I put that in the ad. It's studded with tunnel protectors. So, you know, I didn't say what the tunnel protectors were, but yeah. So,
yeah, too funny.
But you know what? I can't say they've come a long way. They've always been a strong brand. But riding Nunzio's last year was like it was so good. Like it was such a great ride and sled, and the seating position was good. And I'll have to get more seat time on it this year, though. Nuns, we'll trade for the afternoon.
Well, if you're lucky, you might get Karen to let you try her 650. So
yes. Oh, she's got. Is that new, or did she get that last year?
No, we snow checked her one as well. A 650.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, for sure. I'd love to ride that. So she's the only reason that I think I got to ride your sled. Yes. I know you were going, don't let him ride it. Don't let him ride it. I heard too many things. And Karen said, you want to take it for a spin? I said, yes, I do.
Not just like, no.
Yeah. That was a fun day. I wish we were all going the same direction, but we did this big loop, and then we ended up meeting Nuns and Karen on the way back on the other side remember in the hills? It was like, we're in these really treacherous hills, not the 7-Ups, Denon. Like it's like, we're talking goat path hills. And I go over the top, and Nuns goes flying over the other side, and it's like, oh, there, stop. And we stopped and shot the BS there for a while, and away we went. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so you guys all ride like in the Muskokas as well. That's what your introduction was. And Brad, I'm familiar with you guys from Carleton because I did some stuff with your club a few years ago. So that's cool. I knew I recognized the name. It's great.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you guys want to get into some photos now? We got lots to show tonight.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So here, I'm just going to run this little intro here. We'll get on this.
Gary.
Yeah.
Can I give a shout out to my nephews? They're watching.
You sure can. Yeah.
Adam and Andrew, if you're watching this, Uncle Nun says hi.
Oh, that's great.
They're going to be driving in a brand new Indy 550 this year. So
nice.
Yeah.
Are those fan? Or are they liquid?
Yeah, fan cooled.
Oh, sweet.
Nice. Great sled.
Great little sled. Oh, that's awesome. Hopefully they enjoy it. Get Uncle Nuns to take you out and show you the ropes.
Yeah.
It'd be a good time, you know? Okay, let's get right. What's that?
Oh, I was gonna say last year they both tried my 850, and they were it was fun to watch them on.
That's cool. Did you put the little block of wood behind the handlebar or the throttle? Well, no. You did that with me when I rode it. What the hell? Okay, let's do this. We'll chat once we get into these photos. Okay, hang on. Fan photos are brought to you by Fast Track Snowmobile Traction Products. Check out fasttrack.co. There we go. That's how it goes now. All right. So what do we got here? Yeah, we got this Don Newton. Here, I'm going to shut the names off so we can actually see the other people's names here. He says, Don says, I finally remember to send in a few photos. He said, these are from the last seat. What? You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I
you
can
hear
hear.
me
I
now?
can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
He said these are from last season, and had both of my machines, a 2018 Arctic Cat LT Gray 6000 and 1997 Arctic Cat Cougar 550. I only got my son out for a real good ride a few times, but it was special. This photo was my son wearing the 2003 vintage jacket. He was at the Sled demos in Old Forge, New York, and was taken by and featured in the Arctic Cat social media page. I rode with a buddy near Bancroft the morning after a huge snowfall, and it was an insane ride. Yeah, so there's a nice Polaris for you.
Yeah, the cat.
On the closet Polaris.
Is he? I think we
Well,
all
I've had
are
him-
deep down inside.
I've had him out 2 years in a row now at the demo weekend that me and my dealer run, and he's been out both years. He's been rather impressed.
Nice. There's his Bancroft snow.
Oh, it's
So
Grasshopper.
for
Jeff Davis.
right on. Yeah, there's that.
Nice.
There's that jacket. That's nice.
Nice.
For people watching, Bancroft is kind of like Tug Hill. It gets this unbelievable amount of snow. It's kind of like a belt, and they just get dumped on. You can guarantee you're going to have a good riding year in Bancroft. That's for sure. There's the
Nice
cat.
looking sled.
Yeah,
6,000.
it is.
Nice looking sled.
They wear the green well, don't they, Rich?
Oh yeah, you gotta love Arctic Cat green.
Yeah. Look at that
there's an old
classic.
Was that an old
Yeah.
Altigra?
Yeah, that looks like
an
it.
old
That
one.
might be the 550, right?
Oh yeah.
Team Arctic Cat. She
Yeah.
must have been her race bred there. There's some deep stuff. Polaris guys are pretty quiet when the cats are in the house.
Oh, there we go, Michigan Outlaws.
This is our friends that the
2022.
The Michigan Outlaws.
None
What was
said
that? Sorry, I
near
didn't
it.
catch that, Scott.
Oh, I was just joking. I said I can't tell if that's a 2011 or a 2022. They all look. They haven't changed.
Oh,
11 years.
no.
Oh my God. It's an EXT 580 is what Michael Shackleton says. I think he's right. So the Outlaws went to the snowmobile show in Novi, Michigan this past weekend and had a blast checking out all the new sleds, equipment, and meeting some fans. Check that out. He's on the right sled there, I think, isn't he?
Nice call.
I don't think they left the Skidoo booth by the look of it. Yeah. There we go. That must be one of the fans on the right there. It kind of looks like they met me at the show.
Yeah, it kind of looks like you. I was gonna say that.
Yeah. I wish I was in Windsor. I was close to Novi, but the borders didn't open till today. So maybe
Today,
next
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been a crazy show. I had friends that used to go to that every year, and they said it wasn't nearly as good as the Toronto show. But with this year being so shut down and reopening, it must have been nuts.
Yeah. Wait until the one up in Peterborough. It's going to be jammed.
Oh yeah,
It'll
yeah.
be crazy.
Flatland Freerider says I've got the same barber as that guy. Yeah. So. Yeah,
Sometimes
the
now I'm a
1997
Skidoo guy, but
Cougar.
at least you got to
Yeah.
really.
You
Sometimes
read
now,
that.
I'm a Skidoo guy, but at least Arctic Cat comes with LED headlights.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, does it? It doesn't take long. Hey, we got some house cleaning here to do. Hold on a second here. Dustin.
Right on.
Yes, thanks, buddy. Cheers, boys. Hashtag
He jumped
Team
ship this year,
Polaris.
too.
Yeah, I knew he'd like the guest. I got a lot of good comments today. Compliments to saying, you finally did it, Gary. You got the right team in here, people say. So yeah, that's great. Yeah. What do our ambassador guests know about our XCR snow check sleds is what Keith 63060 says.
About as much as we do, I would imagine. But maybe you do.
What do you
Maybe
think?
you have a little more insight.
How
Are
to
you guys
hold
gonna
on.
answer?
People,
no,
no,
one
they
wants
don't.
to step up.
That was the question.
They're
We're
all
not
the same, right? Yeah, or maybe they do know and they're not going to say. But you know what? That's what are you going to do, right? Just wait until December mid 15th, right? See what happens.
They're waiting for the $49 super chat to answer that question.
Yeah.
No, it's
Should
should people panic or what's I mean, it's no secret what's going on. Should people panic, or do you think things are going to work out in the end? What do you think?
I think
we haven't. Yeah, I was gonna say we haven't been told a whole lot more than what everybody else has, but I think it's at this point it's it's still early. Small number of sleds compared to total number of orders that have had delays. I think the world we're living today is a little different than it was a couple of years ago, and everybody's got their challenges. So Polaris is doing their best to keep things on the track and get everybody on sleds as soon as they can.
Yeah, I think that's a safe answer for sure. Yeah, nobody knows.
Yeah, I mean, even aside from COVID, the last 3 years, I took possession of mine December 7th, December 23rd, and then last year was December 5th or something. So in the last 3 years, even before COVID, I haven't received my snow check before December.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, and what machines did you order? Because I got mine like September, and last year I got my Assault October 21st. So it's weird, how they obviously it's just how.
19 was was the first year of the Indy XC 850.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 19. 2020 was an Indy XC 600 for my wife, and then last year was my VR1.
Okay. So there you go.
I've been 17 was Assault, 18 was an SKS. Then from then on out, I've all been Assaults, and I've always been. I think my earliest was December 6th. My latest was December, 22nd. So I've always been in December as well.
That's wild.
Yeah. I'm going to put everybody same size here. Denon asked a question. I think I won't get you to answer exactly like that, but he says he'll stir the pot a bit. Polaris has brought a ton of great innovation to the industry, and we're all better off for it. What are the ambassadors' favorite aspects of any snowmobile? He's saying Cat, Yamaha,
Sorry, guys,
Polaris.
I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties.
No problem.
Get the speaker to work.
Do you have Nuns? Do you have actually headphones you can plug into the jack? That might do it. But what are your favorite aspects of sleds today? Like if you could combine bits and pieces of any sled, what part and component do you think you'd put in the ultimate snow session sled?
I'm probably, I don't know if I should say this or not, but the Lynx hardware from Skidoo is pretty neat. I like that. I know a few people that I know that ride Polaris have even got the adapters plates and hooked them on, but it's kind of neat that you can use them from the Sea-Doos now to the ATVs to the sleds and the different bags and the caddies, the fuel cans. It's a pretty neat system, and Polaris has got its own version, but I will say that Skidoo's version is top notch.
Yeah, the link is an amazing system, that's for sure. I thought at first you said the links and you said somebody had an adapter plate. I'm thinking, did they put the Pro 46s on something? Yeah,
I think I think 4-stroke is the obvious one. What Skidoo's done with the 900 Ace, that's what everybody's waiting for from the Polaris camp, anyways. So
yeah, do you see it ever happening? What do you think about that?
I think so.
What's that?
Well, that's kind of a hot topic. Every year we go to we didn't get to go last year, but we usually get the opportunity to go out and ride the next year's models before they're released. And that's always a hot topic is when Polaris is going to be introducing a 4-stroke again, because they did have one.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, actually, I have one in my shop right now that I'm working on. It's an IQ Turbo.
Yeah, those are great sleds. You know, a guy that had one.
Yep. But yeah, they always tell us that it's not in the plans, but I think if they want to take over, or they want to gain more on the market share, even though it's not a huge market worldwide, in Ontario and Quebec, I would think it's a big enough market that they, would put a dent into Skidoo's market share a little bit there.
Yeah. Well, I think now that Skidoo's figured out the throttle issue, I bet you there's going to be a lot more people turn to the 4-stroke camp after they ride the new system that they've got. So, and I'm not talking just the Mach, I'm talking about the 900 Ace Turbo as well. So to produce a sled like that, that's lightweight and has a wire throttle feel and everything, and has the power delivery, I think it'll be good. So hopefully it comes up. I did have John Enright text me. He said, have you heard anything about Polaris and electric snowmobiles?
No.
Nope.
Nothing.
Well, there you go. That was a horrible question, John Enright. Stop asking them. Here, we're going to get back into the fan photos here. Feel free to keep asking questions. If we see him in the chat, we'll make sure we get to you. Jacob Harney from the Outlaws just showed up. He says, sorry, I'm late there. So he's in the house now. This is from Toy. He said, last weekend ride of the year in Saskatchewan. He's got an 850 Assault and a Backcountry X. John Enright said that was an excellent question. What do you think, boys? I don't know. Nuns is still walking around trying to find a better signal, I think. Rich is gone. I don't know what's happening to this show. It's going downhill fast, boys. But yeah, it's pretty nice. You guys run LED underglow
business call. Sorry about that.
Underglow on your machines at all or anything like that? You guys do the underglow? No.
Well, Len Johnson, he makes those lights that are in the front, doesn't he? I don't think he goes underneath the sled, but he's got those pretty cool lights in the front, right?
Yeah. Jumpman Jay's in the house, Rich. How's it going, buddy? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we got some good old fans there. This is from Kyle Jerbaka. He says, I'm a big fan of the show. He says, this is back in February of 2020. I'm just going to mute none because I'm getting a lot of... There we go. Yeah. Got to shut that down. He says, I'm a big fan of the show. This is back in February of 2020 in Rangley, Maine. Some old sleds here, but we still have a great time. Patiently waiting for his 2022 Polaris VR1 650 137 to arrive, coming off my O2 Black MXZ 800. That's going to be a night and day ride difference, huh?
Oh, boys? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Those are nice looking sleds, though.
Yeah, they are.
Go to MXZs, yeah.
There we go. Lots of good armor in here.
Oh, look at the oldies. Yeah. The old SRX off to the right. That's a 2000. That's a 2002. Oh,
I knew that would light Rich up. He's got a soft spot for those.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Old do. A couple old do's there too. Well, there's old ones. There's the old S chassis. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it. And then we got it.
Looks like an Apex.
XS on the an Apex is the second one in. So hey, it doesn't matter what you ride. It's how you get there. Oh yeah, there's the other picture there behind me. Yeah, them all lined up.
Right on. Cool.
Yeah. Look at that photo, huh?
Yeah, that's nice.
Saskatchewan. Oh no, sorry, that's Rangley, Maine. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that's pretty hilly for Saskatchewan, man.
Yeah. It's the dump. They're riding on top of the local landfill.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's behind me here, but there's a rock or something.
Oh yeah, I heard
there, but yeah, he's got
nice
some good vistas here.
Nice.
And this is Odie, the sled car guy. He says, so this happened this morning. This is the other day. My father-in-law just purchased a 99 Arctic Cat ZL 600 twin. So I suppose I'm now an Arctic Cat lover. LOL. Now we wait for the snow. There you go. I don't think he's an Arctic Cat lover. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
He's got his Polaris on the way. So
those were good sleds back then, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. They were strong back then, right?
Oh yeah, that was at their peak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before Blair jumped ship. Yeah.
Yeah. But look at the graphics on that thing, Rich.
Totally.
Fire
Yeah.
orange and oh yeah, the next
Fine.
slide. I don't know where they find these things, but they always get the low mileage sleds here. Only
Jeez, that's where they
8,000
got
K
anything.
for that year, eh? Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts.
And we've got this is from Bob Payne. This is from November 1st. He says it's a snowball in Buckhorn, Ontario.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Odie says, wait and see. It sounds good when it started up. For sure.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah. Hopefully we
Nice
start
and
seeing some
smoky.
snow soon.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it can come a little later as long as it comes and stays, right?
Yeah, well, that's it, right?
Like,
Yeah.
I've had years where I've ridden early and then it's like in the field, like field bombing. And then the rest of the winter's been crap. So
Well, that
I'd
happened
rather
last year,
just,
remember?
yeah. It
was
wasn't
crazy.
too bad. The year before I was earlier, but I think
Yeah.
it was like 3 years before that. It was like we were out drift bashing and it's like, and then all of a sudden the snow went away. It never really came back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Need the good cold.
Yeah. What do you do? Now we got some Polaris Ambassador photos here, but I don't know whose is whose. I just kind of randomly threw them together, and so if it's your picture, chime in and let us know what it is, where it is. I think this is up in Temiskaming Shores, is it not?
Yeah, that one's mine.
Yeah.
That's on Lake Temiskaming.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice
right
color.
on. Yeah,
Nice color.
love that. Yeah. Did you go into Quebec from there, or did you just stay in Ontario and just hit the lake and?
That was just a day ride. We had left from Temagami and went north from there. I think we went to Englehart or something along those lines. Had lunch, came back down. I've got a cottage a little north of Temagami, so we're doing a little bit of off trail riding through there. I made our way back to Temagami, so it was a bit of a
That's cool.
beautiful day. Myself and another friend on an assault. So
That there's a lookout up on that cliff, and what's it called? It's got a name.
Devil's Rock.
Devil's Rock. That's it. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I got to get up there. Jumpman says that's his lake, Rich.
Yeah, that's what he was just saying. 5 minutes down the
Let's
lake.
get up. Oh, where's the invite? What the hell? You know?
Yeah, because Temiskaming's
You know,
only like 25 minutes outside northeast of North Bay, right? You
Oh, yeah, and
across
then
the
you
border.
get into-
No, this is Lake Temiskaming, which is
Oh, is it? Okay,
New
okay.
Liskard. This is New Liskard.
Yeah,
basically.
New Liskard.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's up
Right
there.
on.
But and that's the thing. That's why I said about Quebec, because a lot of guys rip through
Yeah.
there and go to Quebec right from
For sure.
there. So, yeah. Tom Miller says he loves his 13800 Pro R. It's unreal on the trails. Yeah.
We're all
Kevin
patting one of
Malkin had
those.
5 inches of snow last week in the hills around my home, based in Western New York. He wished the temps would stay low and the lake effect snow machine would kick in. He can't wait much longer. Oh yeah, we're all going to Jumpman Jay's Lake, is what Greg says from sometime is now. I think so. That's going to be the Snowmobile Sessions
Oh, yeah.
winter golf tournament sled ride. Well, this one's easy to spot. I think this is the day I rode that thing.
Yeah, I think it might have been from that.
Yeah, I
That's
think you're right.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I was holding the ambassador sign up in the corner there.
Yeah.
I was holding that up.
D-Trail near
Yeah.
Port Sydney.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great area to ride. Yeah.
That was a wrap, Nuns, right? You had a wrap on that, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had the Arctic FX raft put on that one.
Nice.
It was.
Yeah.
I was really happy with that.
Yeah. Are you getting a wrap again this year, Nuns, for your XCR or no?
No, I'm just gonna leave it stock this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tom Miller says he loves his 800 Pro R, but he says it's great on the trails, but it's not in the Halliburton area. But with the short track, it's terrible in anything deep. Do you guys have any advice on a new sled that will give me the best of both worlds?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Salt
Brad.
hands down for he's gonna go for a crossover.
Would you go Assault 146, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, well, it depends if obviously if the funds are there and whatnot. The Matrix chassis is a little more up to date and has a few more things to offer. So you go to the 146 with the Matrix chassis Assault, and I personally run a 2-inch, which some people don't really like on the trail. But even if you go with the 1.6, it's pretty pretty impressive where you can take the thing, and then you can also spend a little bit of time and dial them in, and they're pretty awesome on the trail as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Brad, do you stud yours or do you keep it?
No, yeah, I just run the 2-inch. My father had a 1.6 with the pre-studded. I think, is that what you ran, Jay? 1.6 or?
I ran the 1.6 on my last assault. This previous one was the 1.5 Ice Storm.
Yeah, the Ice Storm's a good track. That's what my buddy Corey has on his XRS, and I was pretty impressed with it.
I like the 137s myself.
Mm-hmm.
137s and 136s. That's my comfort spot.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for the trails that probably Brad and I ride, I mean, a little bit more wide open and assault is great, but you get into the Muskoka twisty trails.
Yeah.
I don't ride them often, but when I used to love my 121 short track. So I think that's the beauty of it, right? It's not every sled is right for every person. It really depends on where you ride, how you ride, what kind of snow you're riding in.
Yeah.
Now, Brad, I'm surprised Nuns likes the short tracks because he's such an amazing off-trail rider, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's when Kev and I were out with him that day.
Thanks.
It was too funny.
Thanks,
I got to explain this story. So I'm leading, and I see Kev take off, and he goes over, and I'm riding. I look around, and I'm like, where'd Nuns go? I said, what the hell? So anyways, we keep going, and I see Kev hop back on, and then I didn't see Nuns. We stopped. We turn around, and I said to Kev, "Did you not see him? Like, where are you? You got to watch for the guy's headlights, right?" He's like, "No, and he's like, "He followed me," and I'm like, "Yup." So we turned around, and that's where we found Nuns. Like, no, that was 3 or 4 feet of snow, right?
I don't think a 144 would have helped him out much there.
No.
My assault wouldn't have done well in there. I mean, Kev, he was throwing it around. He had his 2019 assault, and he was going through it like butter, but. Anyways, too funny.
Yeah.
It was funny.
That picture took some good prying to get. So everyone enjoys that.
Thanks, Brad.
Great.
Thanks for sharing that, Brad. Appreciate it.
You're
Nuns, you didn't send that in, did you?
No, I didn't send that in.
Okay, that wasn't for me.
Nuns is saying thank you. Like that might be the only picture of him that we have like this.
Yeah. That was deep snow too. Really deep snow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Now I love this. This is awesome community spirit. It's a picture of a parade float. Tell me about this. Who sent this in? Was it Scott?
No, that's not me.
That one was mine there. Sorry, that's mine there. That's Perry Sound last year with COVID and whatnot. It was actually a different kind of setup. You weren't all the floats were stationary. And then they had cars and vans and everything, and they drove through up and down the rows of the floats and whatnot. It was pretty good. I forget how many. I think it's over 400 cars came through, and it was kind of cool to see because it's anyone from kids in the back of pickup trucks just kind of crawling through, elderly people and taxis coming through, and so yeah, it was good. It was good. We got together with my local dealer there, and she came out, Sega Marine, as you can see there, and put a few sleds on it, and Carling Trailblazers also pitched in on it, and great event.
Nice float.
Love it. Right. So were you allowed to hand out candy last year off the float, or is that was that a no-no? It was just basically a drive-by and wave.
We were actually told we had to put everything in bags and wear gloves, and then last minute they canceled it there last minute. So,
oh no!
So
you had a lot of candy over the winter to eat while you're riding.
Absolutely.
Nice.
That one's mine as well. So that was in Mount Valin. So my father-in-law, I don't know, I'm not supposed to say ages, but he's late 70s, and my old man just turned 65. They try to keep up with us, and they said they could ride off trail, so we took them out and showed them some fun, and this was the majority of our day.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Look at the snowdrifts there. That's great. It looks like he's bunked down for the night there. This is an epic shot.
Yeah.
Did you guys take the pledge yet or what? Like this seems to be a lot of off trail we're looking at here.
So I'll get into that. So this is that's me last year on the 146 Assault. So like I said, we go to Mount Valin, and then we've been to out to the Chick Chalks, and majority of the time when we go out there, we obviously go with the guides and make sure we know the area we're riding. That's actually on our property back behind the house, so it's kind of nice that we have a little bit of acreage and be back on Crown land, so we have some good areas to ride.
That's cool. That's pretty deep. Wow.
Yeah, that was only like the third weekend of January last year. We got dumped on pretty good, and it was I think it was like my first time playing around with that sled, to be honest. So it was fun.
That's wild. Do you classify yourself as a pretty competent off trail rider for carving, or is it like me where you're just kind of mailing it in?
I'm getting there. My brother-in-law, he's a very, very good rider. He used to race for Polaris back in the day, actually, for quite a few years, and then he's the one that got me into the off trail. So we go out into some spots, and he pushes my limits, but it obviously helps me learn as well. So I'm no professional by any means, but I can hold my own.
Awesome.
Great pick.
I'd like to get more, like, it doesn't seem that we get enough snow to get really honed in on the skills. And last year, Odie, me and my son were out on Mary Lake. It was in some deep stuff, farting around, but we don't really get it in the fields like we used to. You know, as kids, I can remember, maybe it's just because I was smaller then too, but with kids, I remember carving through some deep stuff on the old girls, and you don't even get that anymore. You're lucky if you get a few inches of snow in the fields here.
Yeah.
So this is you again, Brad, is it?
Yeah, that's 18 on the SKS. That's the brother-in-law in the background on his RMK there. And that was up in Wawa, of all places.
Nice.
That's beautiful. So is that the Badlands or whatever they call it, the secret off-trail spot? I think that was a little past where they call the Badlands. But, yeah, again, there's awesome riding up there. There's quite a few people, the Jones from the Power Sports up there. Then there's also quite a few locals that will take you out and show you around. So it's one of those things. There's tons of rock up there. You gotta be careful. You can do a lot of damage quick, but when they get the snow, it's hands down probably one of the best places in Ontario to ride.
Yeah, and Brad, you're just to let these guys know in the chats, you're doing a lot of crown land in areas where you can go off trail, right? So
absolutely, like I said,
I want to calm down some of the guys in the chat here.
Oh, so. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, when we go to Quebec and stuff like that, we pay the guides and go out and they do the research, and that's part of the reason why I pay them, right? So
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I might have caused that. Sorry, guys.
No, all good.
No,
yeah. This is Perry Sound, party sound. Love it.
Poker run.
Yeah, so that was wasn't last.
Is this Is this Brad's show? Like, why do we bring the other guys in? Like, what the hell?
He's sending more pictures.
It'll be silence after this. It's all good. Yeah, this was not last year because of COVID. It must have been the year before. The whole district got together and we did a fundraiser poker run, which was kind of cool. So each club in our district had 2 or 3 stops, and then we had went down to Grand Taptoo Resort there, south of town, and did a dinner and a dance and a draw, and worked out pretty good.
What's up, Fred?
Yeah. I was there years and years and years ago, and then we went back there for the first time last year, and what a riot. Yeah, I'll definitely go there again. I didn't realize how fast you could get to Perry Sound from Port Sydney.
Yeah, that's a nice ride too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe these pictures are in order. I don't know. I just grouped them all together and sent them over. But it's fun. I'm laughing here. I'm kind of distracted because Greg from Sometime Is Now is making me laugh. He says, Gary, is when we talked about Mary Lake nuns, he says, Gary, is that the lake with the ever-changing vistas? LOL. And then I said, yes, Mary Lake. And then he says, Drew loves Mary Lake, LOL, with the ever-changing vistas. Yeah. Odie's in there chiming in. Odie says, question for the panel. Do you think there will be more events such as poker runs from Polaris this year?
Hope so.
Yeah.
Do you guys get to organize anything like that on your own, or do you kind of just wait for the call from Polaris and go, hey guys, we're doing this, can you show up?
No, the programs really is run by the ambassadors. I mean, or I shouldn't say that the program, the events are run by the ambassadors. It's kind of, we're free to kind of come up with our own ideas and sort of set things up that way. And then Polaris, fully supports it. So, I mean, these guys can speak to it as well. But last year we had the group ride all set up, and unfortunately with COVID, it got kind of canceled. But we're hoping to try again this year, and I think individually we all do our own. We're all involved with clubs. That's one of the values that Polaris sees in us, right? So I know for my club, we do at least one poker run every year and try to do landowner appreciation rides and days, things like that. And I know these other guys do similar things for their clubs. So it's just about being out there, right? It's about the riders and the volunteers and the landowners and doing what we can do.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys if you're planning that ride again. Are you going to do that again this year? The ambassador ride?
I think we're going to try and see if we can do something for sure.
Yeah, same location, nuns, or you're just still trying to figure that out?
It's the logistics of it too, with getting like the five of us together on a weekend that we can, with everyone having their own trips and stuff we're trying to get out there.
Yeah. So it's a short season at the end of the day, isn't it? Someone else asked a question. Oh, are there ambassadors in the U.S. from Polaris?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's lots.
There's what, about 100, over 100 worldwide.
Wow, that's great. Mm-hmm. And are the test rides put on by dealers, or do you guys have input on when and where those are as well?
The dealers help out. I mean, obviously you can't do a demo ride or a test ride without the demos from the dealers. So I know I have a great relationship with my dealer and our regional Polaris guy here. So we usually have 5 or 6 between the dealer and the regional rep to do our demo weekend. And one day we'll do kind of like a by invite, where it's a longer ride. It's about a 150-kilometer ride. The dealer buys lunch for everybody halfway through the day. And then the second day, we'll take people on a 15-minute loop. And they actually get to test the sleds out. We'll take them at a decent clip, so they're not just driving, at 30 kilometers an hour in an oval. They actually get to go out on the trails and drive at a decent pace and actually get to experience what the sled is. And they can sign up for as many rides as what they want. And the last time we did it before COVID, I think we had 150 people come and do a number of rides.
Nice.
That's impressive. Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
I know I partnered with my local dealer a couple of years ago, and we did Trailside Barbecue demo day, and it went over really well, and just had, the curiosity of, I think the whole idea was just getting people to try the machines, that came off other brands, and they got to go out for 10, 15 minutes to try them. So
nice.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Now the Skidoo ambassadors, you see them at trade shows all the time. Do you guys get called to the floor at events like that?
Periodically. Usually, Toronto show was obviously canceled this year, but I was down at Heydays this year at the Polaris booth and spent a bit of time there. And I know just recently none of us were there, but just recently at Novi, there was some ambassadors there as well. So usually depending on the location and who can make it, and spend a little bit of time at the booth and talking with people. So yeah.
Do they just leave that open to you guys saying, hey, we're here this date. If you make it, let us know? And
more or less.
How that works?
More or less.
Yeah, right on. That's good. Yeah. Kevin Malcolm thought about applying to be an ambassador in Western New York, but he was worried about time constraints. Any feedback from the group?
It's pretty good. You know, like obviously they give you a guideline and what they kind of hope for you to do, and you can do, but it's not like you have to post every Wednesday at 7:00. It's kind of, they give you your guidelines, and if you're out for a ride or you're doing your thing or you're doing an event with your dealer, then you put your time in. But there's definitely it's not clockwork by any means.
No. I know last year Len got to ride that new XCR. Did any of you guys get to put your butt over one?
I did.
I did as well.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Okay, right on. Oh, I didn't know that, Nuns.
I tried one at Rick Ward's when they had the Polaris and Snow Check.
Okay.
They had a bunch of the sleds there, and I went out a few times on it through the course of the day, and I was impressed with it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's really felt a little bit better than my VR1, taking it down the trail.
Mm-hmm.
What would the XCR be like? Is it like an XRS from Skidoo, or where would it sit in the lineup?
I would say so. I think it's
and the VR1 would be more like a Renegade, would it be, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's different shocks, right?
Different shocks.
XCRs. Yeah.
Yeah, the XCR got a lot of like the XRS, like the race, a lot of like the bracing, and so I'd say that's a fair comparison.
Yeah. Corey Brock said, "How do you become an ambassador? Is it through the deal? Is it through the dealer?"
No, it's through Polaris.
No,
it's through Polaris.
Yeah, they send out it's usually in September, August. I think it was August this year, where they send out on social media and on their website, and that you have to fill out an application package, and there's a bunch of questions you got to fill out, and then they select from that. But it's not through the dealer.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Like I had applied 2 years, and then got accepted on my third year of it after applying. So
nice. I don't think Corey would get it, because they'd look at his Facebook and see that he only wears clothes with X's on them. So it's, it might be a tough call. I don't know. So what are we looking at here? Who's this?
That's he must be going through all my photos. That's
he's still on them.
Is this still Brad?
The old man's
still Brad.
19 Assault.
I've seen enough of Brad.
Yeah,
I know.
Skip over 19 Assault. We were doing the preseason, so we pulled the skid and ended up putting. That's when we were going out to visit Vintage Chick Chalk.
Don't mind us. We're not doing a podcast here or anything.
I'm on my son's Apple laptop here, so he just got a phone call on his phone. I guess it's connected to the computer somehow.
Nice. Sorry, go ahead, Brad. So what else do you do for winter preseason?
Yeah, so that one there, we were putting a bigger track on it. So, but usually Scott would be the professional for the preseason. He does quite a few of them, but myself just pull the clutches apart, clean them, check that over. Raves, obviously, or power valves, if you want to call them, on the Polaris this year, and then just all your bearings and any kind of wear items and chain case, pull that apart. I usually take it right apart. Obviously, check chain tension and set all that and grease them, and pretty well good to go.
Yeah, wow. Do you have anything to add to that, Scott? What do you suggest people do for preseason?
Yeah, like what Brad said. I know up until last year, Polaris said that the exhaust valves didn't need to be serviced, and they've changed their service suggestions now, so they're saying they are. And when I pull mine every year, and they need to be clean. Like there's a good amount of carbon built up on them, and so I do the exhaust valves. I'll go through the skid, all the wheel bearings, clutches. I also do the jack shaft bearing. Even though they say it's not a serviceable bearing, you can pull the rubber seal off and get the old grease out, repack it, and I do the same thing for the drive shaft bearing. You got to take that cup off.
Yeah.
Just preventative stuff. I've seen quite a few jack shaft bearing failures from a lack of grease. Actually, even when I bring my brand new one home, I pull that seal off and repack it myself.
It's a known issue on those.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of grease that come in them from the factory.
No, for sure.
That's true from any manufacturer and any machine, really, even motorcycles. It's an age-old story. We had John from Accelerated Technology showing us photos, actually, and blow your mind.
Yeah.
This is a great shot, Brad.
Yeah, so that's like I said, the wife and I, we were kind of with the help of lots of people, obviously all our volunteers, but that's our grooming fleet. That's all our groomer operators. So, and that's our club shop. And
nice.
Just very lucky to have everyone, and it's couldn't do it without them. It's all of
groomers,
our
how many groomers do you run there?
Across the board deserve a huge thanks.
Yeah, right on. How many groomers do you run out of your club?
We have two. We have a Husky and a BR 180, but we service 4 of them. We do the point of barrel groomers as well.
Oh, right on.
This is a great shot.
Yeah,
one of the best shots of the year last year.
Yeah, that was our ride with Nuns was there, and Colt, another ambassador, and then Karen and Jerome, and who else was out there? Nuns.
Rich wasn't there that day.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, huh, Rich? Yeah, won't let you play in any of the reindeer games. They'll see. You'll see when you're on your 900 do turbo next year with your LED headlights lighting the trail up. All they want to do is play.
It was a fun day. We did a whole tour. We did a full tour of Muskoka that day, and yeah,
nice.
A few of us.
So is that just you guys get? Is that you? Sorry, is that just you guys saying, "Hey, what are you guys up to today? Let's go for a rip."
Yeah, pretty well.
Yeah, right on.
I think we met up on a Sunday in Gravenhurst, and then we just took off and rode for the day. A bunch of us.
Nice. Nons, is that your old XCR? You sold your brother? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, off to the left, right on. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Is that the brother with the old wedge?
Yeah, that's my brother. He actually sold it, and he's got that XTR, and then his boys got their sled now. So
probably was an even trade, was it? That was a 650, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, 650, 92 pumpkin. So.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah. See, there's one.
Again, that's the old man there, as you can see, with the big cargo rack on the back. And
that's hilarious.
When you're out with the guides. The guide went over the little knoll there, and my dad thought he'd try to follow him, and we came around the corner, and kind of like the nun story, we were waiting for Dad, and we come back, and you can't really see, but that's probably about 15 feet. Dad came over the knoll there and landed, and on the front side you can see where his body landed, and we came back, and he was standing there. Oh, nothing happened. Well, yeah. The old helmet pack right full of snow and the whole 9 yards. It was it's like Nuns. When I bring that photo up, Dad gets pretty upset.
So he came over where you put no tracks. He was in the air until it plopped in there.
Until it plopped in, you can see where he's standing is where his body ended up. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a crazy. Well, glad he wasn't hurt.
Oh,
a nice soft area to fall into. I love this picture.
That's awesome.
I'm getting tired here. Holy.
I know. It's all right.
My family day. So quick tradition here. Every family day, my parents get together. The Ma and Pa, we're all spread out now, so they know that Christmas and stuff is always kind of busy and hectic, so we always can't get together. So family days, my mom's one weekend of the year where we make sure everyone's available, and that's my little niece. She was 2.5 years old and was rocking it.
That's awesome.
And
Those are
saying,
amazing.
show some skidoos. Well, if you send in some skidoo photos before noon on Monday, I might be able to show them. But you don't. Nobody does.
Yeah.
You only send in Polaris Arctic Cat photos. So what do you expect we're going to show?
Yeah, it's
or
funny.
Monday at noon. Fan photo at MUDBRATS.com. Here, I'm going to put that up on the screen here so you guys can see. You can't complain when, Rich and I try and help you guys out here and make you guys stars for at least 15 minutes on a Monday night. And so you can't complain about not seeing skidoos. Look at this.
Nice.
So what do you got on the windshield there?
That was just a bunch of parts I got. So that's just a smaller windshield. And that was just like literally the day I brought it home. So
yeah, I'm
What's
glad
with
they
the
got the
ski there?
mid mountain windshield for this year, which is awesome. I knew that was going to happen once the Matrix went out west. I'm like, yes, I'll get that back because I had the mid windshield, the trail riding one last year on my Salt was too high for me. So the mountain mid's awesome. So it'll be perfect.
Is that what's on that one, Rich?
That one there, that actually looks like a large trail.
That's a medium on there.
Oh, is that the medium? So yeah, that's what I had. That's what I had last year. It was way too big for me. Yeah.
It looks like it's got a lot of protection.
Yeah, it is. It gave you a lot of wind, but the mountain mid is perfect. Gives you the perfect amount of protection and not as big, right? So.
And what's up with that ski there? Is it just is that the
gripper skis?
One of our other ambassadors was asking, but that's a gripper ski. I'm a big fan of the gripper skis on these things.
Yeah.
So we just kind of one of the things that getting ready to throw on it, and yeah, I'm ever since 18, I've put the gripper skis on all my assaults, and like I said, I find it a little more. Sometimes it can be, depending on snow conditions, it can be a little more effort, but I find it's a little more positive in the front end for sure.
Is it better in deeper snow? Is that the main reason, or is it better on trails?
It's wider ski as well for off trail. That's what comes on the RMKs and the SKSs is the gripper. So it is a bit wider, so I guess it would help it a little bit off trail as well.
Yeah, a lot of guys use them on the trail too.
Yep.
Yeah, they're great ski.
Yep.
Did you have grippers on yours, Rich, last year?
No, they were on back order, but I got them for my XCR. They're at the dealer now, so
perfect.
Yeah, I made sure I got them. Yeah.
Me too as well.
Yeah, you too as nuns. Yeah.
I got nuns hiding in the trees here. Hang on a second. How did that happen? Sorry about that, nuns.
Like that first photo.
It is. That's right. I don't know why I switched this around one time because you guys were all on the right. Oh, there's nuns. How you doing, buddy? And
you put me back into the There you go.
No,
that's better.
I thought that. Hold on a second here. The one week we were all on the other side, Rich, so we weren't covering anyone up. That's why I put it like that. But anyway, don't forget to go to fasttrack.co and get your toolkit there.
I thought this was like send 10 or 12 photos and you'd pick 2 or 3.
No, we go through them all.
No, we go through them all, man.
Hey, I love it.
We're probably gonna have to.
That's Mount Blinn. That's Mount Blinn, and that's actually the guide up top. And we were bugging him because we said that he told us that he had to buy us lunch that day. So it was actually good. So he got stuck.
That's freaking steep, though, man. Holy.
Yeah, the pictures don't do nothing.
Wow.
No, they never do. Look at that guy climbing up behind.
Well, you can see how deep it is there, though. The trench that the fellow's climbing up in. That's hilarious.
Yeah, look at where he's standing on. His whole tunnel's in the trench.
Yeah.
Brad, where do you stay in Mount Valin? We did a Bears 31.
So we actually just did an Airbnb, and it was the place there, and we've actually stayed there 4 times now, and it's awesome. Just these little garage there, so if you can bring the sleds in and thaw them out, and as well, and it's just as cheap as staying in the hotel, and then we just pre-cook a whole bunch of meals and whatnot, and then you're not going out and spending $1 million at the restaurants as well. Not that you got to support local and whatnot. So we always stop for lunch, but it's just kind of handy when you can come back and have a full house to unwind and relax and have a couple of drinks and play some card games. And
that's cool. I like this next picture. Sorry, it's Brad again, if you didn't know. But look at that. Side hilling on the old Arctic Cat kitty cat. There you go, Dan. It's not a Polaris.
that was the joke of the weekend that Dad finally learned how to side hill.
Nice.
Hope he's not listening. I'm kind of cutting him up. I feel bad.
Yeah, throwing him under the bus.
There's the old TXL. Love it.
That's
wow.
That's the old man's. I'm in the middle of restoring that for him. That was the first sled he ever bought brand new. And actually, I grew up down south in Waterford, and him and my mom both raced in the old Kodiak Race Club. I don't know. I think you're from down that way. So, but anyways, yeah, he raced that sled for 3 years and kind of sat in the garage since '85, I think, and so it's finally come back to life. The thing's mint. It's been stored inside, like original seat, everything's original on it. It's just hasn't ran in many years.
Wow. It looks good. It just looks like it needs some polishing. Love that. Barry's Bay? Wait,
No,
no,
that's Halliburton. That's Halliburton.
That's Halliburton?
Yeah.
Right on.
So for Dad's 60th birthday, he's always wanted to do the Rap Tour. So my brothers came up, and then the brother-in-law and father-in-law joined. We left from Perry Sound here and did the Rap Tour in, I guess, 3.5 days.
That's
Great
good.
ride.
Is that a good length of time? We were talking with that this week. What do you think a good length of time to commit to that ride is? 3 days, or should you go longer? Should you do it in overnight, like some people say?
You can. It all depends. Like, I think we're all pretty confident riders, and we had a couple longer days. So if it's the boys going and you want to do the longer days, then three's doable. But if you're taking the wife, and I'd kind of say 5 if you want to take your time and not kill yourself.
Yeah, you can add some tours in off some of them. You can extend the days.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I wish we would have went and seen, but we were short for time. Like, there's lots of nice little side trails and lookouts all along the way that you could definitely spend some more time.
I always suggest 4 to 5 days at least.
Yeah. Nice.
You can do it in 3 though, no problem. But you're not stopping and smelling the roses, right?
Don't tell me this
nice.
is Brad still, is it?
No, thank God.
Actually, there's a comment. There's a comment on this. There's a comment on this sled earlier saying it looks like the classic indie blue.
Yeah. No, that's mine. So when I snow checked that sled in 21, you could get the black with the gray fairing or the silver with the blue, and I kind of wanted the black and the blue, so I had ordered the parts to put the black trim piece on or the black fairing and change out the side panel. So it's pretty unique. I say pretty. I mean, there's crazier things out there now, but it's really the colors that I wanted. So really happy with it.
Yeah, it looks great. Very unique.
Yeah.
Oh, you even did the ambassador sticker in blue too. I love that.
That's cool.
Yep.
Nice touch, man. Nice touch. There we go. Nice indie here too.
Yeah. So that was our last. These 2 pictures were kind of our last ride before the final rain of the season came. That kind of crushed our season here locally, anyway. So that was one of our last family rides. We got the kids off the bus and threw them on the sled and went out for a good ride though. So it was.
That's cool.
It was a good night. Yep.
I love a sunset like that for sure.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Now I see you're wearing a climb shirt. Are you a climb ambassador as well?
I am. Yep.
I know a lot of guys flip to that. Is that something they offered to you because you already wear a lot of climb, or is that something that all the Polaris ambassadors automatically flipped into?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a relationship there between Polaris and climb, obviously, but I really like their products and applied for their program as well. And yeah, I'm happy to represent them just as much as Polaris. So
Great quality gear.
yep.
It is. Yeah.
Their motorcycle stuff's unreal too, man. I've got all their motorcycle stuff. It's unreal. The stuff's great.
It looked really good too. Your motorcycle stuff is amazing, Rich. It looks really
it's top
looks
quality
comfortable.
stuff. Yeah.
It looks aerodynamic, that kind of thing. This looks like it's at Rick Ward's, is it?
Yeah, that was at the Rick Ward's demo day in, I guess, March.
Right on. Odie, is that your sled sitting there? Is that the color you got?
He's got an assault coming, right? 650, I think.
Yeah.
Switchback, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that color, that blue and red and white. Wow.
That's the color I ordered.
Is it? Nice.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
nice.
Nice job. Put some red pop on there. Keep your ambassador sticker in red. It'll pop.
Yeah, that is gonna
I'm
be
sure
nice,
you-
Nuns.
Yeah. Nuns' windshield on there. It's gonna be awesome.
Put the got red skis for it, red bumper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
A little bit
I
of
wanted to get up
accents.
there for that demo day, but it fell between the weekends I was up north. So I'll have to try and hit it next year and see. There it is, the famous Mattawa, the
Belwa.
Valois,
Valois
you got it.
Inn. Yes. Sorry, I was drawing a blank there. Yeah. Love it.
Great place.
And you said it properly too. It's not the Valois. It's
Nope.
the Valois. Yeah.
Belwa.
Didn't you ride there
I-
for a burger with the kid, Gary, in one of your videos? I think you did.
We try and go every year. Yeah. We go up to I'm drawing a blank of the name of the little town, and we park there. It's just off of Highway 11 and do the big loop. So yeah, we
Nice.
didn't get up there last year though, because of the trails were closed, right? So North Bay area.
Yeah.
So didn't make much sense, but yeah. So
that was last.
This is a
that picture was from last year, right before the closures.
Oh, okay.
yeah, nice. Yeah. Then they had some good snow too, so kind of sad.
Great week.
I know that's one of Nuns' favorite areas to ride too, is that area as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great photo. Where's this,
Oh,
Nuns?
wicked.
I think it was Northern Ontario. I think it was when we went up to Caps Casing for New Year's,
Mm-hmm.
and it was I think on the A Trail possibly.
I can't believe how
That's nice.
wide that trail is. It's like you've got room to spare on that thing.
I always like those type of pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
for
great.
sure. And that's Nuns' sled on the left there. Oh, I love that color, the black and red. That wrap you got on there. There it is again.
Yeah, it's me and my
There's
brother.
the old 650 Indy right on. Oh, was
Beautiful.
he sad selling that, or was that the plan all along? Did he want to get rid of that?
His plan was to keep it, but it just ended the season. We started talking about the XCR, and it was like, you know what? It was just he had a lot of fun building it with his boys, and the guy that bought it is a collector, so it went to a good home.
Oh, sweet. It's not going to find any decals removed or high 11-inch riser on it or anything like that.
Still to this day, the best sounding sled. Those triples.
Oh, unreal.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Symphony. Sometime is now says he'll take the one in the middle.
Yeah.
You're talking about
That
the
thing's
guy? That's
mint.
Nuns. he's taken. Nuns is taken.
It was so funny last year. I'd go riding with him, and we'd stop at intersections, and the Matrix is the newest greatest thing, and
Yep.
we'd stop and it didn't even matter. It was just like everyone right to the 650.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like wow.
Yeah.
That's
like
like
when
a
I had
classic car when it's out, right?
Yeah.
You just totally get drawn to those. Yeah.
That's when I had my 670. My 670, it used to piss people off because I go riding and it would get all the attention at the bar or at the restaurant when we come out, and all the brand new sleds would just sit there, right? So, hey, I got some house cleaning here to do. You see here, Pro Polaris, sending some love.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes, thanks for that. Super sticker. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Love that. That looks like a good deep snow area there. Muskoka snow bombers.
Yeah, that was the day we had some friends come up, and my brother is one of his boys, and another guy Harry with his son, and just a nice easy paced day, and cruised around with the kids. So
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it just
Mike K wants to know why when he rides with you, he never ends up in any pictures.
yeah, that's not happening.
He's all mad.
Mike Snow was the big black cloud. Every time you can talk to Mike about our trips north. It's you take Mike with you up north, you're guaranteed to have problems. So
Oh, is that right?
oh,
Not
every
him though.
single
He
year.
just packs he just packs an extra set of spark plugs. He's good to go, right, Odie?
Spark plugs, tracks, you name it.
New spark plugs. He thinks fixes everything, but no, we were laughing the one time because I said to him, I think it was the first year he got that yellow Skidoo, and I said, how come I see you riding with nuns, but I never see your new sled in the pictures?
Oh, I got pictures of Mike.
Oh, I know. You'll have to put him on sometime when he's watching. He's not here to defend himself. Odie will have to stand up for him. Yeah.
Again, that's just the day of the ambassador ride that we did in Muskoka.
Yeah,
Nunzo, you should put your picture there. That's like your famous signboard.
Yes,
it is. Yeah.
Red and black is popular.
Everybody stops and takes pictures there.
Yeah.
Was that
It's like
was
the one
that
in
the
front of
Muskoka
Cochrane.
Magic? Did you do the Muskoka Magic tour?
Oh, that's good.
Not that day, but I've done that ride before. It's a fun ride. And then last year was a bit of a challenge with Port Garling, but
Yeah, the last couple of years, I heard they've got a plan to.
they're working on it. They're trying to work
which
it.
I hope they do because it would be a good route except for the roads there.
Yeah, there's a lot of road riding on that.
Yeah, but you get in near Graven. Is it near Gravenhurst where you're up along the ridge and you got you can hill climb down to the river, and it's awesome. Everything else before that with the roads is crazy. Bala on is really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go again. Yeah.
You just skip through some of these.
Nuns told the Skidoo to park around the corner there. Oh, here's some neat. This is some stuff from Nuns' collection.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah. I collect Polaris diecast stuff, and
that's awesome.
It's amazing how collectible all this stuff is.
Oh yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, that's cool. How old are some of those? Like you've got that Polaris's #1 badge there. How old would that be?
Probably from the 80s, I think, somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sweet.
80s, maybe 70s. The TX Starfire, just stuff that I find on eBay and Marketplace, just odds and ends from here and there.
How many diecast have you got? Is that all of them there? Or you're
no,
I've
got probably about 30 or 40 of them now. So
that's in your bed. That's in your bedroom. Good Lord.
It's the spare bedroom. It's the
Polaris
room.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. And is that little models of you and Karen there?
Yeah.
Was that on your wedding cake?
No.
It was,
awesome.
Wasn't it?
The bobblehead. That's cool.
Hey, there we go. You put this in just for me, didn't you, Nuns?
Yeah, Summerlin General Store. Best pizza in Muskoka.
Nice.
There you go. It's a great little place to stop and get a coffee and bite to eat, and big supporters of our club for us. So it's just
yeah. Drew's been watching the post too, and he said that sounds like a good stop. He said, I can't believe we haven't been there yet. So we're gonna get there this year. He's already mapped it out.
When you guys decide to go that way, Gary, you just let me know and I'll guide you guys in there one day.
I will. That'd be awesome. What about you guys, the other ambassadors? Where's your favorite eateries in when you're out on the trail? It doesn't matter where you are. Like anywhere you've ridden, what's been the standout food for you?
Hard to beat the portage on a Friday night in North Bay, but that's only about a 20-minute ride from my house. So
nice. That's easy. Yeah.
One of my favorite places in Ontario is still the Dinner Bell in Bonfield.
Oh yeah, right on. Yeah.
Where's that, Nuns?
The Dinner Bell in Bonfield.
Oh, okay.
Just right at 17 on Highway 17.
Yeah, the trail goes right around the place. Yeah, it says the world's best burgers, doesn't it?
I'll have to try it.
Yeah, that's what the sign says. And Drew wants to walk in there one day and go, just like Elf. Good work, guys. Keep it up. Odie says the boiler room in Dwight's good.
Yeah, that's changed to hands a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good stuff.
Yeah.
There it is. It made an appearance.
No, that's not Mike though. That's not Mike.
That's not Mike's sled.
Oh, isn't it?
That's not Mike.
Okay, so there we go, Dan.
Yeah. There's a skidoo.
Yeah,
We're
we
actually-
did a family day ride with a bunch of friends, the guys I worked with, and just took our wives, the kids, and toured around Barrie, Midland for lunch and back down again. So
Nice.
Big group. Nice.
Yeah, that's a great group. What's that old girl in the back? That looks like an indie classic.
Yeah.
that was my
Nice.
brother's. That was my brother's Indy 440 XCF his boys had last year.
Oh, nice. That's a nice
Nice.
sled. Great sled to learn on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Look at the kids having a hoot. Yeah. There you go. We'll just leave that up for a while.
Jeez.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, my Lord.
Good color. Now we
So this was from our Snowcrest volunteer appreciation ride last year. We usually do it at the end of the season and get a bunch of the guys out for the day, and we do a ride. That day we went to Baysville for lunch, and yeah, just for all of us to go, however many of us, and just cruise our trails and have a fun day out. So
now you ride a lot like nuns. I know that, and I don't know whether the other people know. How many kilometers do you put on in a season?
4,000 to 5,000 miles a year. That's pretty
4,000 to
average.
Yeah, and do you ride during the week? Like, how do you make that possible, nuns?
With my work schedule, I get 5 days off every 2 weeks. So I just
That's
cruise
great.
a couple days during the week and then every other weekend. So, and then we're always doing trips wherever we're traveling to normally. So
Yeah, it's good.
That's good.
Just
How
my
about,
wife.
how about the rest of you guys? How many miles you guys average?
I'm around 5K a year.
Yep.
Only
as many
5
as nuns.
kilometers, like in and out of the trailer, and that's it.
Yeah.
Not as many as nuns. That's a safe bet, right?
Yeah.
this was
That's awesome.
this snow check at Peak had them on display in Barrie, which is where we've ordered
Nice.
a new from this year. So
Nice colors on that one though.
Is that the same color as your old one, Rich, right there?
No. Well, yeah,
No
a little
different
bit.
gray, is it?
A little bit. It's got the
Yeah.
this one with the blue accents.
Yeah, the gray's
Oh
the
yeah,
same.
it's
That
yeah,
battleship
it's got
gray,
the
but
light
that was it.
a light
Yeah,
blue
and then
accent on the
yeah.
spindles and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah.
That looks great. You know what I like about that is they're not copying any other manufacturer. You know, like when they tried to do like the free ride blue years ago and then, you know, the lime green and stuff, it's like this is true Polaris right there. That to me is, you think about that. When you
Yeah,
think
well, they
about
had that.
Polaris, that color makes sense.
Yeah, they had that orange, and then they had the lime squeeze, right? Which were big hits.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
is
now
nice
says
classic.
it now 4,000 to 5,000 kilometers in Canada. Is that like 327 miles with the exchange rate?
No, that's pretty good mileage, buddy.
That is.
This-
We don't ride in circles up here.
No.
Oh, was that
That's
a low
right.
blow?
Yeah. That Dominator says he wants pizza, nuns. I do.
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah.
I
can't wait
I
to
was
try
so
that.
torn. I was so torn on the red because I always have red sleds, and last year was just like, wow, that red and black just looks so sharp.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, I'm surprised you went with the blue, white, and red nuns, but it'll be nice. Yeah, you change it up. I
Be
did
different.
3 years in a row black, just matte black, pouring black, solid black.
Nuns will be easy to spot when he's stuck in the ditch there. Right.
Thanks, Gary.
Oh, this is great. You can explain this one. It's a banner. It says, "Welcome to Nuns and Karen's Summer Sucks. Waiting for snow party."
Yeah.
Tell us what this is about. I've been to one.
So Karen and I do this every summer. Last year we didn't do it. This year we did it again, and just do it in August or usually August, and we just invite a bunch of our friends to sit in the backyard and do a bonfire in the afternoon and just talk about sleds in the middle of the summer.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We started off one year, and it's just
Good little barbecue going.
yeah. We do a burger. We put on some burgers and hot dogs for everybody, and always and just started off with just getting a bunch of our different friends that we ride with on various weekends, and sort of got them all together, and then it just spiraled into what it turned into.
Right on.
I think this year we had about 50 of us that showed up. So,
oh, that's awesome. I missed it. I missed it this year again. It was falling in that time. I couldn't make it up, but I always thought it was a good idea. There's the poster boy right there.
Yeah, good picture.
What would you guys say is your most important piece of equipment when you're out on the trail?
Helmet.
Your helmet? That's Nuns isn't wearing one here. What's up with that?
Helmet and hands are my what I got to focus on.
Yeah, warm gloves.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a helmet and warm gear for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, good working helmet. Nothing's worse than getting fogged up and you can't see and you're cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. It's a family thing.
That's a great photo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my my youngest daughter. That's that's my youngest daughter Bryn there. That's my oldest daughter Maya. She's so 8 years old, riding in the Evo.
Nice.
And then my youngest in front of me on the Assault there and behind. So
right on.
That Evo has been we got one season on it, and it's incredible. It's incredible. They both started riding the 120s when they were 2, and like my girls are not very high. I'm not a big guy myself, and they take after their mom and dad. They're not very big, so my daughter at 8 years old, like she barely got her feet on the running boards there, but she can ride that sled like
that's
no
awesome.
other. So
yeah, that's why I heard Cat and Yamaha doing the Blast and the Venom, man. They're great sleds. They're smart because that's a huge segment you need that a lot of other manufacturers are forgetting about. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah, that Evo really is supposed to tear even as an adult.
Oh yeah,
so we got this one for Christmas, and I took delivery of it. I don't know, it was probably the second week of December, and of course I had to keep it kind of hidden from the kids, and so I had it in the enclosed trailer. And I would pull it out at night, and I would run around up and down the street and park it back in the trailer. Anyways, I had a blast. So they're a lot of fun, and I mean this thing, they're speed limited, and it's a good little sled for the young kids, and she'll be able to grow with that for a while yet. So it's awesome. Big part of my riding is with the kids.
Is it the same body panels as the adult sleds, and it's just a smaller engine, or is it a smaller sled overall?
So pretty much, like Polaris is pretty smart in the sense that it's common components. So the panels are a little bit different, but essentially the chassis is the same as a 121 Indy 550 fan. But it's everything else that's kind of shrunk. So it's a lower to the ground, narrower stance, lower ride height, narrow handlebars, lower seat. So like I said, my kids are pretty small, so that like Maya there, she's 8 years old, and she can touch the running board, sit on it comfortably. I mean, there's 100 feet of seat behind her, but I mean, she can ride a sled. So yeah.
That's neat. So it's something you could probably, if you wanted to put different A-arms and stuff on it, you could make it, bring it back to life.
Yeah, Polaris has an evolution kit where you can swap all that out. So
that's great.
That's awesome.
That was Christmas morning there.
The kids.
That's awesome.
Oh, they must have been
what
just
a wicked Christmas
out.
morning.
Oh yeah, spoiled.
Yeah.
She was probably going, I think I heard this sled in my dreams most nights in December.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Nice colors.
What's the top speed of that Evo?
It's limited to what is it? 50 miles or 50K? I forget now, but it's speed limited.
Nice.
Can you change that? Can you get Scott to actually get under the hood there and rip out some wires?
I think I can look after that myself. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what does the rumor say that you can get it to go if you actually?
Yeah, I think once you remove the limiter, it would be equivalent to whatever a normal 550 fan would be. So it's I mean, it's not going to be lightning fast, but it's going to be good for them.
60
Good for them
miles
for a little
an hour.
while. Yeah.
Yeah. That's sweet. There we go. There's that blue. I love it. Nice climb gear you're wearing there.
Light in the hand grips too. That's awesome. The hand bar.
Oh yeah, that is neat too.
Yeah, with the LED lights in them.
Yeah.
Nice looking sleds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That blue's dark. That looks great there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a dark color for sure.
Look at that windshield. Is that the windshield you're talking about, Rich? On the blue one here?
No, that's a custom.
I was gonna say
custom job.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
it's kind of neat. It really fixed the shape of the body on this thing.
Yeah,
that's wicked colors.
So that was Colt, one of the other ambassadors, on the red one right there in the middle, and then the one with the custom windshield there. That's Will from Velocity.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah. I recognize their Colts.
Look at that, letting the kids stake the trails.
Yeah. So one of our jobs is to stake the lake here locally. So it's often a family affair. So the kids are out. Dad drills the holes and kids stick them in.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good day out, right?
Oh yeah, love it. Teach them good values.
Yep.
You know, they'll enjoy it moving forward too.
Ooh, look at that.
Fresh ribbon. That's some nice ribbon. Wow.
Right.
That's on the A trail heading to Mattawa.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice riding there. Oh geez, now I want to go. Yeah, Bonfield's where we actually stage out of when we go up there. Drive up Highway 11.
I'm in Osterville, so I'm just on the other end of the lake from Bonfield.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I'll have to look you up more.
Nice.
There.
So that picture there, that's actually taken on Lake Nosmonsing. So that's again just playing around on the lake. So obviously my kids aren't of age to ride on the trails yet. So we often will just trailer down to the lake and peel around on a Sunday just to put some miles on and play. So
that's great. That's a good lake too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of deer on it though, right?
Sometimes, yep.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Just ripping. I didn't realize there's a second one behind there. That's great.
Nice picture. That's a great picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? What's on that Evo for track? Is it 1.25 inches or is it smaller?
No, it's a 1 inch 0.9, probably something like that. Yeah, it's not too much. Not too much of a track, but gets along just fine.
Yeah, that's right. It's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a family photo in the spring. Nice warm day.
Great shot. What are you running for comms there?
So my wife and I have blanking now. Cardo Pack Talks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, right on.
And the kids, we just bought some cheap Amazon communicators and plugged them in, and they don't talk to us, they just talk to each other, so they love it. So when they're riding down the lake, they can talk to each other. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Good. No, it's with the little kids, the communicators are critical, man. I think.
You know what? My wife and I said anything to keep them warm, and content on the trails means that we can stay out there longer. So
that's right.
And they can tell you, there's snow getting in my glove, and then you can address it right away, right? So
yeah, for sure. So
yeah,
so that picture there is on D Trail, just south of North Bay, on the rail bed. So I'm a volunteer groomer operator with South Shore Snowmobile Club, just outside of North Bay. And that was a nice late afternoon run. So just getting into the evening, I guess. So yeah.
How far do you go down then? How far south do you groom?
So we go down to sort of just south of Trout Creek.
Nice.
and then turn around and come back north, and then we look after everything from sort of Lake Nosmonsing up into North Bay, Highway 17, over to Lake Nipissing. Our club has 3 groomers total, but I mean, my focus is just on this one groomer in this one area. So
Sweet.
yeah.
That is awesome.
Does it get boring after a while, or is there always excitement in a groomer?
Sometimes it can be, but usually it's not too bad. We keep our shifts fairly, I say short, but I mean, we keep our shifts 5 to 6 hours. So I mean, anything more than that, and it gets to be too much for anybody that's kind of working full time and doing it in the evenings and that sort of thing. So
Yeah. What's this here? It's a Polaris Ambassador sled. Whose is this?
That's mine.
Oh, there we go.
Right on.
That's blue and orange. It's got to be Scott's.
That's
He
wicked.
made it match. He made it match the OFSC permit too. Great. Yeah, that's cool looking, man.
That is nice. That is a wicked color.
What was that sled, Scott?
That's my 21 VR1 137 from last year.
Cool. You ride that on the trails, or is that your off trail sled?
No, that's a trail sled. I don't venture too far off trail.
Yeah. No. What did you think of?
There's nowhere around here for us to go off trail. That's part of the problem. Is everywhere you go off trail around here, it's landowner issues. So
yeah. So, but you don't think running a 150 on a 154 on a trail is not an issue at all for you?
No,
after
he rents
Craig Nicholson's article. It's a 137. Sorry, I thought it was a 150.
No, 137.
Okay, that's a great trail sled then. Sorry.
I was gonna say my 146 was longer, but yeah.
No, I didn't hear that. So
yeah.
That's a sweet machine.
Yeah,
that's my 95 XLT. It's got 3,200 original miles on it. Has never been restored. It's just the way it is.
Wow.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
How long have you owned that? Are you like one of the original owners, or is that something you just picked up?
No, I've had it now for actually I just bought it from a guy down the road from me. Kind of a sad story. His dad got cancer and wasn't able to ride anymore, and his dad had bought it and had owned it for I don't know. I don't think he bought it new, but there's only been 3 owners, so he was the second owner. And he had owned it for a long time. And then unfortunately he got sick and couldn't ride it. And I couldn't pass it up. He wasn't asking a lot of money for it. And it was just down the road. So I bought it. That was probably about 6 years ago now that I bought it. When I bought it, it only had, under 2,000 original miles on it when I bought it.
Great sled.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was never ridden.
Nope. Those are the keepers.
Yeah.
And that was me and my mom last year. So she's my mom's 74 there, 75 now, and we still go out together. She can't ride too far, but we'll go out and we'll do probably around 100K, and then that's her limit. And
That's awesome.
She wants to come back home, but yeah, I love the fact that I can still go out and ride with her at 75.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Does she ride one of your machines, or she have her own still?
No, she rides my wife's now. She did have her own. Her and my dad had their own up until about 3 years ago, and then they weren't going out as much. And my dad likes to go down south now more than he likes to snowmobile, so they weren't using them. So she still gets to go out, but there was no point each of them having their own anymore.
Right.
No.
Right
That's
on.
awesome. I love that.
Yeah, that is
Scott.
cool. That's good.
How many K would
That's
you?
a
How many?
wicked ride.
How many miles would you put in with her on a day? Did you tell us that, or?
Yeah, her limit's about 100 kilometers. She's got arthritis in her throttle hand, so after about 100K, her hand's feeling pretty bad. So, but it's still good. 100K takes us, probably 3.5 hours. So
Yeah, nice. Just take your time, see the sights, and
yep.
enjoy it. Oh, look at that matching suit too.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Yeah, my son likes to build jumps in the fields behind our house. So we were playing around with the GoPro one day last year. He snapped that picture. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's wicked.
That's great.
Nice contrast. It's nice.
Your helmet matches. You got the sky matching.
That's awesome.
Matchy.
Yeah.
Like it.
And that was my wife's 2020 600 that we sold in the spring.
You getting the 650 for her this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. She'll love that.
Yeah.
What a
She wasn't-
neat color scheme.
She wasn't overly happy about getting rid of that one. She liked that one. She's not much on change, but
Yeah.
It's so.
Yeah, she's gonna
it's
love
so
that new
unique.
one though.
Yeah.
yeah, if it comes in.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Then you'll really be in the doghouse if it
I
doesn't.
will be
You've
in
already
the
gotten rid of it.
It's already been brought up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The I told you so's.
Yeah.
Right. Toda so for sure.
Yeah.
Man, that's such a neat color scheme on that on her old sled. It's pretty cool. One of a kind.
And that's my son behind our house in the field.
He's got good technique there, man.
Yeah. Well,
Nice
he's been riding.
work.
He's been riding. I put him on one when he was I think he was 5 turning 6. He started riding, so he's got a lot of kilometers under his belt now.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought it was sled neck Dan Adams there for a second.
That's what he's doing, yeah.
Carving in the field there. That's beautiful.
So you've still got that sled. You got your wife the new sled this year, right?
Yeah, and then that's his. That's 19 Indy XC 850. So that's his.
That's nice, man.
He's on an 850.
Yeah.
God, glad I went with 850. I would have feeling like a real schmuck with a 600. Holy. Right, Corey?
And that's the dealer that I work with for all the events that I put on. And that's a picture from one of the demos that we had. I guess that was last year. We still did it last year. We had to change things up because of COVID.
Yeah.
We still held the event, which was fortunate that we could still do it. That's just one of the windshields from one of the demo sleds on the ride.
That's neat. That way they don't hop on your sled and take off on you, right?
Yeah.
Hey, wait, that's not a demo sled. I'm going to bring a bunch of test ride stickers, Rich, when we go ride with Scott, and I'll just
That's it, eh?
slap it on his.
Yeah.
That's Jaden and I. I can't tell what the signboard is, but we always do a tour, a 3-day father-son tour together. So we'll do a couple night stay over. We'll do a 3-day loop, and that was last year on one of the days that I took that.
Right on. That's awesome.
Great.
Yeah, it's great that we have. He loves snowmobiling just as much as I do, so it's great that we have that common interest.
That's great. Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Another great picture. Geez, it looks like a brochure shot. That's awesome.
It does.
Yeah.
That's
That
why
was
he's
again.
an ambassador.
That was the same day that from when Jaden was playing in the deeper snow. We had a pretty good dump one day, so we thought we'd go back and pretend to know what we were doing anyway.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
So
Is
you
that
guys
a-
all
is that
ordered
a-
your wraps like when in the summer before you got your sleds or in the fall?
I ordered mine in September last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did mine in like whatever middle of the summer last year.
Yeah. And they didn't take long to get to you? No.
Couple weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right on. Nice.
It's kind of cool when you do the wraps or them just customizing all the colors and setting
Yeah,
them all
for
up.
sure. Oh, look at this.
That is awesome.
That's when he was. That's when he was 5 or 6, and that's what he started on. 74 Colt 125 or 175.
Nice.
Yep.
You still
You
have
still
that?
have that? Yeah.
No, I sold it. And I kicked
Damn.
myself down. And it was a funny story. That was in an old farmer about an hour from me. I saw it on Kijiji one afternoon that he had 2 of them. He had that, and then he had a TX 250, and I really wanted to buy the TX 250. But when I got there, it was rough and it needed work. But this one was pristine. He had just had the seat all recovered, and it was great. And I bought it for $600, and that's what Jaden started on. I didn't want to start him on like a 120, just for my couple of my buddies had them, and every time you get in any kind of deep snow, they struggle to kind of get through it. But this thing was just as good in the deep snow as what I was riding at the time, which was a 14 Pro R.
Nice.
And
Oh yeah,
it would crawl on top of the snow almost better than what mine did.
Jeez.
That's
Now, would you like to have that sled back? Yeah.
Yeah, I kicked myself for selling it. But I'd still like to find a TX or a TXL. But yeah, I kicked myself for selling that because it was in such good shape.
Yeah, it's a great sled.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
so cool. Look at the colors on it too.
Yeah,
It's like
and the
Nuns'
dual
new
headlights.
sled.
Oh,
Nuns,
yeah.
if your sled doesn't come in, just buy one of those. No one will know the difference.
That's awesome.
So the Rockstar stickers, though, you gotta get rid of them.
Well, that was
Seen
him.
some pictures.
He wanted that on there.
Did where'd your pictures go in the middle there? How come we're missing pictures here?
Did you get them, Paul?
Did we cover them all? I don't know. I think we're missing some pictures.
Right on. That was some pretty good pictures, man.
Yeah, they were.
So I take it none of you guys have got your sleds yet. No, right?
No.
I think they're still setting out the mountain sleds right now. I think they're starting to build now. Did I hear the VR1s are next, and then they're building the XCRs last? Is that? Can you guys? Did you hear that as well, or no?
I haven't heard that. No.
Okay.
My dealer's already got one VR1. It was a VR1 129.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Really?
It arrived 2 weeks ago.
That's a lot weird. So how are they doing it? Like, if you guys had a tour of the factory at all, any of you guys?
No.
I heard that's pretty kind of cool to see. Yeah, I'm wondering how their schedule is set up. Like, I mean, obviously we don't know. We're all just surmising here or guessing. But you'd think they would build the same model all in one shot, but maybe not. I don't have any production experience, so I don't know. I'm just guessing here. But like, they don't go back and forth, right? It's not like a flex line where they build a certain amount during one day and then they switch over to another model. I thought they would just smack off the entire model that they're focusing on. But
I was talking to one of the dealers today, and he did mention that he had an XCR 650 en route. So
oh wow, okay, so there you go. So they're starting.
Yeah,
They're starting.
Nice.
I know they did start with the most of the Access chassis, the older sleds first,
right?
And then they moved on to the newer ones.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. I hope I don't get that letter. Because someone was telling me that. Oh, I don't know, man. I think that track's one of the ones that are being flagged. So,
if it's just a track, though, can't you get it and put any track on it, or what?
I don't think they're doing that. Well, again, I'm just guessing here. I mean,
no, they won't. They won't chip a sled without a track.
Yeah,
there's something smaller maybe, but
yeah,
I asked.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But that ice ripper keeps coming up, so I don't know. I'm kind of nervous, man.
Where did you go with track-wise?
I went with the ice ripper, the 1.25. So
okay.
On the XCR, so we'll see what happens. Someone was telling me, I think that was one of the tracks that was flagged. It's like, uh-oh. So, well, I guess we'll see. Nuns, what did you go with?
I've gone with the 135 Cobra for years. That's just the track I've had on every sled for the past 7 or 8 years. So
yeah, I've never tried an ice ripper. That's why I'm curious to see what it's like. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Now, how about you guys?
Let's try it.
What's that?
I was just say, I still like studying the track. That's my thing. So
yeah. Well, I'm gonna try it because Colt and I we ordered the same track, and we were like, I'm gonna try it without it, but he's like, nah, I think I'm gonna be throwing studs in it right from the get go. So we're probably gonna end up throwing some studs into her. So, but yeah, I wanted to try. Have you guys tried that Cobra track at all? Or I've heard good and bad things. You either hate them or you like them. It's no in between.
My current Assault, I have the Ice Storm pre-studded, and that was my first pre-studded. Prior to that, I'd done the 1.6 Cobra, and I'd had 1.35 Cobras before that studded. And I mean, it's not the same. It's definitely not a studded sled, but
no,
traditional studs. But for what I use the sled for, I'm a little bit more off trail with the Assault, and it's nice knowing that you don't have, you're not risking throwing a stud, hooking a stud.
Mm-hmm.
So for the type of on-off trail riding that I do, pre-studded 1.5s is pretty ideal. I've got a 650 VR1 137 coming with the 135 Cobra. Again, so I'll stud that with traditional studs. Been happy with it. Doing that way for years. So
nice.
Yep.
Nice. Have you tried them, Gary? You've had one, haven't you, before?
An ice ripper? Yeah, I had one on my 800 and I didn't like it, so I studded it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah,
so,
I've heard you either hate it or you like it. But my buddies has them. He loves them. He's this is his third sled he's getting them on, and he swears by it. So it's funny.
Yeah, mine was a 137 Renegade, and I put 94 studs. I think what it took, 2 in each window, alternate. But that sled was amazing. After I did that, it was perfect. Had just the right combination with it. And Nuns and my friend Mike with the Ski-Doo, he always had ice rippers, and I said, I don't know how you run an 850 with an ice ripper. And he puts he corners and he never goes off, he never blows a corner. He's tried and true the whole time. He really puts on a clinic when he's riding, and it's like I said, I don't understand how you do it with an ice ripper. And then the next sled he spring checked, he got studs, and he said he'd never go back. So he had studs on the 600 I bought. He had studs on the 600 I bought. He went to the ice ripper, and I razzed him about the ice ripper, and then he went and got studs. And then that's what he said the last year that I rode with him, is that he wouldn't go back to an ice ripper. So
yeah, funny.
Yeah, but it's whatever. Like it's to each his own. I just didn't. I mean, I was riding really bare ice. Like in the snow, it's good, right? But I was riding bare ice. My sled was overheating. It was not bare ice, but hard packed ice. And the sled was overheating. I didn't have scratchers, which you would definitely need. And I remember the one spot, and it's in that video where I show you how to stud that ice ripper. Drew went up on the little 120 studded, and he just walked through this one spot. And I try and walk the same speed behind him, and I just started spinning, and I backed up. I had to take 3 runs at it, and I had to go pretty aggressively at it to make it up. So it's like, and I was already had a hate on for the ice ripper at that point, and that just sealed the deal that the next year I'm studding it, and we did. So, but try it and see, like it's the way then, and that's an older sled, right? That was on my XP Renegade, the newer chassis. Like, I mean, that's why Mike K probably did so well with it on the Gen 4, and the Matrix and Axis be the same thing. It's such good geometry on the sled that it probably makes up for it, right?
Yeah. It's funny because I was falling behind Steve when we went up an ice hill, and he had the ice ripper, and he didn't spin at all. I was surprised, actually. I was expecting him. I'm like, oh shit, he's going to come back down on me, but he was fine on his VR1. But
could be mine was a little older too. Like I think my track was maybe 3 seasons old, but that sled only had 2,000 K on it when I got it. So like it had 2,400 kilometers. So, and the track was put on under warranty, and the thing was rebuilt under warranty. So the track didn't have many miles on it. So it wasn't like it was like worn out by any means, and the studs were dull, but so and that's the other thing with the bite harder tools. You can sharpen a traditional stud if you need to.
Yeah, for sure. So, Scott, what track did you get on your wife's 650? What do you got her coming in, a Cobra?
135 Cobra.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That seems to be the standard. I think everyone goes with. That's what I had on my Assault because I trail rode most times, and it was great. It was great track.
Yeah, I'll put 96 studs in it for her.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
just
Bruce Stewart
super
might be
box
onto
for-
something.
Hmm?
Yeah, Bruce
What?
Stewart might be onto something. He said that you
Yeah.
got to learn how to ride those pre-studs. And that could be, like
Yeah.
I rode studs forever, right? So
Yeah.
that was my first pre-studded track. So maybe I was just expecting too much out of it, and
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting because I've never had a pre-studded track before. I've always had studs, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, bring some friends to tow you out when you go off those corners, right?
Into the rhubarb, eh? Yeah.
I'll get the sign. I'll get the sign design so it's ready to go. I just have to print for Rich's ditch this time.
That's awesome. So, any of you guys have any big trips planned for this year? Like Quebec or
Gas Bay again this year.
Yeah, Gas Bay is something I would like to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing Gas Bay, doing Gas Bay as well a week before Scott.
Oh, are you? Right on. Yeah.
Our group's been talking about New Brunswick. That's been our
Oh,
conversation.
sweet.
So Northern Ontario for sure, at least once.
Yeah.
But New Brunswick's the discussion we've been having now. So
Right. And when are you going to do that, Nuns? When do you figure you're going to do that trip?
probably late February.
Okay.
So-
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
It's too bad New Brunswick couldn't have come on to a live stream or podcast to tell us how to do that stuff, eh, Rich?
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
Right.
they will be. Yeah. Skidoo 600 says the eye grips work well too. They actually do work really well. That's what Mike had on his. They're a little bit deeper than the ice ripper studs that you screw in the eye grip. I think they're about a 1/4 inch depth
Stick it
on
a
them.
little bit
So
more.
yeah, they work really good. Yeah.
Nice.
Depends on where you ride, Brad says, for sure.
No, for sure.
So
That's
Yeah.
good.
But everyone's got to go and we got to support our local Ontario trails and small towns.
we do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
If they've ever
Absolutely.
needed help, this is the year for it for us.
Yeah.
So, and that might be the only reason we don't do New Brunswick, just to hit the small towns and show them that, we appreciate them being up there.
Well, I know
Yeah.
when we did our trip in Quebec last year, they were appreciative. And we called ahead just to make sure because we didn't want to do that trip and then get turned around. And we called all the hotels, and they're like, "No, please come. We want you to use our trails." And there was nobody on the trails. It was nice, and the restaurants. It wasn't like it was normal, but they were all the hotels and restaurants were very appreciative of us out on there. So yeah, it was just one of those things, right? So hopefully this year will be a lot better, right? So. Hopefully everyone gets out and rides and tours, do some more trips.
Back
I
to
hope to get a
normal.
bunch of trips in this year, hopefully. So, yep.
Yeah, it's good to see
that's good.
some of the Northern Ontario stuff open up too. Like my father's never really been past Parry Sound too much, other than North Bay when we did the wrap. But Halfway Haven's open again, I see this year, which is good. So we were planning to go up that way and to Wawa, and then maybe across. And Abitibi Canyon's got the base camp. They kind of expanded that, so it's good to see that there is still some growth going out, and so that's kind of our plan, is to show him up there and support them as well.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I noticed that on their Facebook page. They're now renting rooms out. I don't think they've ever done that before. Abitibi Canyon, have they?
They have.
Oh, they
They've
have.
had them
Okay.
up, they've
Okay.
always had them up there.
Okay.
Those shipping containers they converted over to cabins.
Okay.
And,
Right on. Yeah, because we got up there last year. It was good. It was nice.
Yeah, Joe and Mikey, they're good guys.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that's good. It'll be a good trip.
But listen, guys, I want to thank you all again for stepping in tonight. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Good,
it was awesome.
Lots of
Thanks,
good
guys.
photos we shared tonight. So that's cool.
Thanks, Gary. It's been
I
great
know.
chatting with you guys.
Yeah,
Reg,
no
Sounds great.
problem. Like,
Yep.
if you guys have anything else to add,
just
we'll keep you much
be safe,
longer.
have fun this year, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks for having
Hey,
us.
anytime.
yeah,
Really
appreciate it.
appreciate you guys coming on. Yeah, thank you. It's good to hear all your stories and you answered some good questions in the chat, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
But
Thanks,
we'll
guys.
we'll roll the credits. If you want to stick around afterwards to have a chat, we can do that. But yeah, thanks a lot, Bruce and Jesse and everyone else in the chat there. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks,
Take care, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cancel your meal for a while. It's It's a journey for